Dear Umarex. What the?
Hi. This just came in for you from Umarex.
What the? Good day, folks. Welcome back to my channel. And as always, thank you so much for watching. So I recently wrote Umarex asking them if they were willing to send me two of their latest products, the HDP 50 Compact and the HDR 50L, which is the newest HDR with a laser incorporated in the gun. And to my surprise, Umarex very kindly got back to me, but bearing some good news and some bad news. Bad news first. Unfortunately, for those of us on this side of the Atlantic, there is no date in sight for the HDR 50L to be released in the United States. So all you lucky European buggers can keep making us jealous with your pictures and posts of your cool new lasery HDR 50Ls. While the good news is, well, mainly for me, is that Umarex sent me the HDP 50 Compact. Now listen carefully, my friends, because this is where things get interesting for those of us who didn't know. Here in the US, the name of this gun remains the same, HDP 50 Compact. But the colors change. Here we only get this non-very sexy orange-black version. And also here in the US, this gun is not marketed under the T4E or Training for Engagement line, but under the P2P brand, which stands for Prepare to Protect, still by Umarex, of course. So what is the P2P HDP 50 Compact? Well, first of all, let's open it up. So as Umarex puts it, and I'm reading here, the HDP 50 Compact is a 50 caliber CO2 powered personal defense device. The HDP 50 Compact is designed for a snag-free ergonomic performance and quick development so you can put distance between yourself and a threat. The 8-gram CO2 cartridge is instantly activated with a firm tap on the quick pierce knob at the bottom of the grip frame. With the CO2 cartridge pierced, the shooter can quickly acquire and engage their target via the intuitive channel sight system. The internal magazine of this gun holds 4, some of you may say only, 4 50 caliber rounds, which Umarex strongly recommends to use only rubber, powder, or pepper balls. What other specs do we have here on the box? They say it should shoot around 360 feet per second in velocity. Again, Umarex recommends you to use only rubber, powder, or pepper balls. The CO2 cartridges, as we said, are the 8-gram ones, which are slightly smaller than your usual 12 grams. And again, it shoots 4-round capacity. Now, the box itself comes with 10 rounds of pepper balls and 10 rounds of rubber balls, as well as this is the package that comes with the gun, with the balls inside. And it also comes with 3 CO2 cartridges, your usual Allen key to open and kind of tighten the piercing valve. And then it comes with this cool device, which I've never seen before. This is what Umarex calls a squeegee, which serves to clean the insides of your barrel. So you kind of stick it into the muzzle. As you do that, it presses itself, and then you slowly pull it out, and that should clean your barrel. Oh, and another very high recommendation by Umarex is to never use paintballs with this gun. So now that we're over the fact that this is an orange and black gun, how compact is it actually? Well, first of all, the weight, it has a certain weight to it, although it is mostly made out of plastic. It weighs about 1.3 pounds, which is a little over half a kilo. So how compact is it? Well, we can easily stick it into our jeans, easily fits in the glove compartment or in the side of your car door. even in your or your wife's tiny little purse. All right, folks, kindly allow me very quick a massive thank you to Tristan from Atlas Airguns for listing me among his top 5 airgun channels for 2023. That was a real honor. For those of you who don't know Tristan, well, his incredible contribution, knowledge, and dedication, which he daily invests in the airgun world by providing a whole array of services from multimedia content. Atlas Airguns is both a YouTube channel as well as a podcast channel. Now, unfortunately, with my full-time job, a toddler to raise, and this channel to bring forward, unfortunately, I have little to no time to actually watch YouTube videos, which really sucks, unfortunately. So I will not be able to continue this hashtag Wingman 114 challenge or Wingman 114 challenge as I'm just too poorly kept up to date. But I do want to give one channel that I just discovered a massive shout out. This one for me really stands out, guys, and that is the Weaponized Hippie. Of course, I'll have all the links in the description below. The Weaponized Hippie, my friends, just have a look at it and you'll know exactly what I mean. You, sir, have such a superb style all around. From the cinematic experience you give the viewer, all the way to the inspirational monologues that make you really want to become a better person somehow. And yes, I'm talking about an airgun channel that undoubtedly will grow very rapidly, as it should. The Weaponized Hippie, ladies and gentlemen. Again, the links will be below, and let's continue with the video. So today we're going to check out the power of this gun. We're going to shoot it through a chrono test to see what kind of joules we get out of it. We will be starting off with these 1.1 gram Umarex rubber balls. As I said many times, Umarex recommends to only use a very specific type of projectile, and that's exactly what we'll do today. I will be a good boy and I will put nothing else through it other than what is recommended. As you know, it is always recommended to use air chamber lube or simply silicone oil to put especially in the seals areas where the CO2 goes, because as you know, the CO2 freezes the seals, making them very rigid and subject to breaking. So again, it's always a very good idea to put in some silicone oil. Actually, on the box here, interesting enough, it says to put a couple drops, 2 drops every 750 or 1,000 shots. I definitely put it a lot more often than that. It's another hot day in paradise. Okay, so we all are completely loaded up. We have our CO2 inside. As you know, the gun will not shoot unless the CO2 cartridge is pierced, which means that we can actually leave this gun in a drawer, in a safe, wherever we feel comfortable leaving it for months or even years at a time. The gun will not lose any of its CO2 because it is nicely concealed inside the cartridge. The moment we need to use it, all we have to do is press it very hard and the CO2 cartridge will be pierced and the gun will be ready to shoot. As I said, we're going to start with a chrono test. I'll be shooting through this chronograph. We'll be measuring the speed in feet per second of the projectiles as well as the joules power. On the other side, there is a 2.5 gallon plastic water jug. I put that there for several reasons. A, to catch the bullets. B, to see what kind of penetration these rubber balls will have on that gallon, on that plastic water jug. And also I put a little target to see how accurate we can be. We are shooting from 20 feet, that is about 6 meters. Again, let's arm this gun and start shooting. All right, so the shots were all in a 400 feet per second. I'll be honest with you, I found the trigger to be a bit hard. It is the first time I shoot this gun. It is the first time that this gun is shot. So I was obviously not accustomed to the trigger, which brought me to shoot a bit too high and to the right. A lot of you know that I don't have the best aim, but in this case, I promise it wasn't entirely my fault. I'm sure that the more I get accustomed to this gun and to this trigger, hopefully the closer I would get to the bullseye. All right, folks, well, given the lack of real penetration in the plastic water jugs, I've decided to skip altogether the wooden plywood sheets and to go directly to what I really consider to be what you really want in a gun like this, in a less lethal type of weapon, especially when it's not modified straight out of the box. You want pepper balls. These are really what are going to stop somebody from harming you. Unless they're wearing a gas mask, these things will stop anybody. For those of you who saw my video on pepper balls, you know what I'm talking about. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to shoot both the pepper balls and the powder balls against our mannequin here to see, again, how well we hit him, where we hit him, and if indeed the cloud does affect the face area of the mannequin. All right, folks, now to the real stuff. These pepper balls by P2P, by Umarex. These come in a hard plastic casing. Again, we have a fresh CO2 cartridge. How do we know that this gun is armed, that the CO2 is ready? Well, this is the pressure indicator, basically. So once you press it, the indicator comes out, which tells you that the gun is ready to shoot. So before we go, I want to give the simple rubber balls another chance. As you saw, they weren't that penetrating in the plastic water jug. And I just remembered that I have these styrofoam heads. These are filled, they're full styrofoam heads, and perhaps they could be a good target for those balls. We definitely brought a lot more damage and pain to our subject. The balls are definitely stuck in there. I will not be opening. Wow, look at that! The glass of the sunglasses just got stuck in there. So definitely a lot more effective at closer range. I think that is the actual ball in here. Let's dig in. Oh yeah. Oops. Yeah, so the balls definitely penetrated quite deep. All right, folks, let me know what you thought about this P2P HDP 50 compact. That is quite a mouthful. As you know, on my channel, I just mainly do videos about this type of weapons, these non-lethal CO2 guns. So obviously the conversation, it remains always very wide are they or are they not good enough for home defense, in which country, in which state, and whatnot. So the conversation, again, is very active, is very much there, but we do have companies like Umarex who continue making and developing these type of home defense, less lethal weapons. So again, let me know what you think about it. I had a ton of fun shooting this little gun. I'm really glad I got it. So thank you so much, Umarex, for sending it to me. And do feel free to send me anything you want to be showcased on Airgun Alley. Guys, I'm gonna leave you with this video next. Thank you so much for liking this video if you did indeed like it. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so yet. And I will see you next week.